And let's get going on Thursday Tech with us because this was one of my favorite things in designs that Keller Williams has implemented. So today we're going to talk all about the Q1 magazine. Now, how many of you have done one of the quarterly magazines already? Raise your hand or throw it in the chat. I should probably get my chat open, huh? I love this. You know why? Makes you look like a genius marketing person. And you don't have to print it. There are ways to share it digitally so that you don't ever have to hit print on the printer and get this out. But you do have the option to have it printed professionally if you so choose to. And what I love is that the people at Keller Williams have curated all these articles and the way things are written to just make you guys look like superstars. So don't overthink it, don't reinvent it. But I'm going to show you a couple ways today that we can add it and make it more your agent focus and your community of focus. So what I want you guys to do is watch what I'm doing, because remember, this is recorded. So as soon as this hits the YouTubies, you can go back and pause and play and pause and play. You can do it 10 speed, 2 speed, no speed, don't do speed, and rewatch it as many times as you need to. So watch, don't worry about following along so much, and then we'll answer questions as we go. And if you're able to put your camera on, please do so. It's a snow day out there. My daughter's school was closed this morning from a burst pipe. So it's been a day. It's been a day. I'm surprised I don't have a mom bun up sticking straight out with a million pieces of hair. So I don't care what you look like. Just come on and interact. So I'm going to share my screen and we're going to walk through this together. All right. Now remember, if you are newer to our ecosystem here, Chrome. So today I fielded a whole bunch of tickets where people are having some issues with different parts of Command. Please install Chrome. Please install Chrome and use it there. It is the silliest thing, but the Command platform was built on the Google platform, so it runs best in Chrome, which is a Google product. So I don't want support to aggravate you if you reach out to them and the first thing they ask is, are you using Chrome? Because you're going to be able to say to them, I am using Chrome. Okay. All right. Welcome to your dashboard. Now, if you don't know what the names of these are and you don't want to hover over, click that red KW. It expands it out. And you can find where you want to be. The Q1 magazine lives in designs. And now, Steve and any of our MCTTs who are here, if you see questions in the chat that you think need answering, can you please pop them up? Or because I'm sharing screen and it's hard to tell sometimes, please feel free to just come off of mute and we'll chat about it as a group, okay? Let me just pull up chat over here. Steve, my faithful buddy. All right, here we go. So we are in designs. Your screen may be blank. There may be one or two things because what this is are all the designs, and I cleaned it out. I'm down to 428 designs. These are all the designs I've created or cultivated or copy and pasted. Yours might be blank, okay? So we're gonna go create design at the top right. Let me throw my Pro Mouse on. So we're gonna go all the way up to the top right and click create design. Now this is technically a print product. It's a magazine. So even though we're gonna send it out digital through the interwebs, it's still print. So I'm gonna hover over print. Notice that the box turns teal and continue opened up. Ta-da! What it's going to do is push us into our template directory, and we're going to be able to pick the different things. Let me put my do not disturb on. There we go. All right, there's a whole bunch of different drop downs in the templates, but the e-zine lives under lead generation, personally branded zine. So when you click on that, it's going to show you all the things available. Now, usually they give us some social media to go around this. So to make sure you're using the print, just make sure you hover over and click booklets and letters so you know you're on the right. From here, notice when I hover over the design, you can see that there are multiple pages, the name of it, and this use button. It's not two utes. It's utes. It's use. We're going to use it. We just watched My Cousin Vinny the other day, so that's stuck in my head. We're on a classic run with our kids. So now we are in the actual art board, or where we're going to create, update, change, do anything we want to do to our magazine. Cool. Questions so far, guys, on how I got here? Are we good in the chat, Steve?
We're good in the chat.
Rock on. All right. So at the top left, you're going to see something that says templates. Now, if you see, there's only one page here, just the main cover. So what we're going to do is go to templates, and you'll see there's multiple covers. Build and elevate, build and elevate, build and elevate. Okay, whatever one is your style, you can go ahead and pick it. I like this one, so I'm going to add that. Then what I'm going to do is go through and see where it's set. There's this little plus button. It says add new page. So now I'm going to click that, and now it's added here. Oh, I'm having some internet woes, friends. Who's getting ice already? It's coming down in Wilmington right now. All right. Give it to me. There we go. So I would go through and add every page I wanted in this. At the bottom right of your artboard, you're going to see how many pages you've added. If you don't like what you've added, you can take them out. You can just click the three dots next to any of these and delete them or duplicate them. Go away. It's also how I'm going to choose which page I'm working on. So I'm going to click on the title. And now because my marketing profile is done, when I start clicking on things like a logo, all my logos are here. I'm just going to be able to do things like swap out the logo. So now I probably shouldn't use an all white logo because it disappears. We'll just put my nerdy stuff in. And then I've got to just come through and update a little bit of information. So I'm clicking on each of the pieces and either replacing or coming into edit. So if it's pulling in everything from your marketing profile. So when you fill out that marketing profile and settings, your name, your brokerage address, all the different things, it's putting it under the text and your assets. So that way you just replace and you never spell your name wrong or an address, and it's just flipping it out for you. The other thing you can do is up here at the top, it says typewriter. So highlight the text box, go to typewriter, and now it brings up a bigger field. So you're not trying to click within the actual text box and try to figure out what to say or do. And then you click Save Changes, and it applies it right to the magazine. So what you're just going to do is you're going to go through each page, click and swap out different things, right? Let's do this one. Whoops. No, thank you. Undo. So I'm going to click on the picture, hover over, and click the replace. I guess it does not want to play with me today. There we go. This awesome is a logo, and it's a placeholder for a team logo or your personal logo. So if you don't have one, you can either add the KW one or go with nothing. No big deal. And then just make sure you are looking for any instance in the magazine that would have to be changed, or names. Like right here, they do things like we. So if you're on a team, you would keep the we or solo, or if you like to talk about your business in the we format, you would just have to make sure to update those. You'll notice, let me make this even bigger. Nobody wants to see my face that big. They put brackets around it. So they're trying to easily call it out to your eye to change those. So that it even tells you insert a signature, company logo, and your information. Questions so far, guys? Oops. And if you don't like the way the box is, you can add more. Go ahead, Karina.
You know how like you can change the logo? How did you get the KW doing business as name out? Like, so if you put your,
So if you've got your logo in marketing, which you,
yeah,
okay. When I click on the logo, it's going to bring up my logos bar. And when I hover over this, I can swap it out. Swap. Oh, it's the same.
Oh, I got it. Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
maybe I want the red logo.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got it. So you need to use the swap. I gotcha.
Yeah. I love that swap. I love it because it means I'm making sure that I'm plopping it into the right place. You can drag and drop things into the box. The logos don't work that way, but you can see how if I'm just pulling it in and hovering over, it will drop my image in.
Now, when you drop your image in, does the other one move?
No, it replaces it.
Okay, so it does replace it.
Yeah,
Okay.
it just swaps.
Okay.
No. The replace button's easy. All right, so we're gonna go on to the next page. Now, maybe you're newer and you don't have stats to talk about. You can talk about your market center stats here. This doesn't have to be personal agent. So this is all the knowing your numbers. So you can go ahead, jump in here and put your territories, put the market center territories, zip codes, or wherever you follow, use their numbers. And just these things are going to change. So if you don't even like this page, guess what? Bye. Gone. Out you go. I don't want to talk about numbers, right? I want to talk about the fun things. So then they start to talk about different things. There's always, if you've used previous magazines, there are interior design watches. There's things about health, of your home. There's all kinds of different things. You just have to peek for those brackets, but they write everything for you. They add gorgeous pictures. And the articles are written. You look like a superstar. For these pages, the featured listings, I featured home sold. Instead of doing a featured listing, we're living in a world where nothing stays on the market, right? Change this to a property you recently sold that you may want to highlight. And if you've got a review from those clients, add a review. Now, what I love about this is who has a property that they recently sold that is stunning, like it's magazine quality. All right, Karina, what is the address? So I can pull the images in.
I take that back. It's not stunning.
Well, I asked for a stunning property.
I know. I was like, oh my, not recently. Sorry. I lied.
Before, Steve, I'll need a property that recently sold in your area because it's always beautiful on the water on an island.
64 Wood Sorrel.
Okay, so I'm going to go down in KWLS. I'm going to search here by the address, and it was 64.
Right, Wood Sorrel, 2 words.
Like that?
1 L.
Okay. What town?
Narragansett.
Spell that.
Narragansett.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is search for the property. And now it may not always come up in the beginning, but here it is. We're going to select it. And now we have access to all of the photos. So now I can put all the information in about any property I recently had or done anything I've done.
Brooke, I have a question. Are we allowed, we're not allowed to use like the photos that from the listing agent, like if we were in a buyer side, like we're not allowed to use that listing, right?
I don't know if this is a state by state thing, so let's check with the brokers, but usually
Okay.
no, without written permission,
Right.
right? You're not allowed to use their photos.
But I
But
could go buy the house and take a photo myself, right?
you
Okay.
absolutely can. And you can still pull in all the info and then instead just upload and add your own photo here.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
for example, in Rhode Island, as long as you credit the other agent, you can use their pictures in
Oh,
a
really?
promotion. Yeah.
Okay, it is in Rhode Island. It's right down the street from me. Okay.
Yeah, so you have to, somewhere on the page, you have to say listing courtesy of, and then the
Okay.
brokerage that it's from.
Oh, thanks for that, Steve. That's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you, Steve. All right, so I'm going back to that KWLS tab right here because on the other side of photos are all the informational pieces, right? So here's the address. I don't have to type Narragansett again because, yeah, let's not do that. And then I can come in and swap out all those details. But instead of a listing description, talk about the process. So excited for my recent sellers on the sale of their beautiful home, or my buyers. Congratulations. Talk about your partners that helped you here. I would like to thank Brooks Lending Company, Brooks Title Company, and Brooks Inspection Company for a smooth transaction. Reach out to me if you would like to be connected, right? Like, use this as a way to bring your preferred partners in.
Brooke, we've got a question here from Ryan Raymond. Ryan, what is not working for you?
Thanks, Steve.
It was a ways back, to switch out the photo on page 2, when I hit the replace, it just puts it in like the top left-hand corner.
Yeah, it was doing that for me too. So what I did was I just deleted it. So I just deleted and I just came in and brought my photo in there. I don't know why that's doing that. And then it
All right,
sized it correctly.
Cool.
Yeah. Every now and then they get a little wonky. And yes, this is the photo I would absolutely use, in case you were wondering. Okay. Then it gets into 10 ways to stay motivated. Cute little article. And again, I'm just checking to see where I have to update my information. Any one of these little pieces that you can click on, every little thing is editable, touchable, tappable. You can change it and make it your voice, right? Swapping out logos. Success stories could be testimonials instead. Right? Make this your voice. Make this, maybe your buyer's holding we said yes to the address. I love all the signs you guys have when people have closings. They're so cute. And I'm just keeping going. 4 reasons you may want to move into a newly construction home. Right? Boop, boop. And it has everything. And now I don't have properties to advertise, so boom. Bye. Right? And I'm just making this mine. Then you have this Ask an Agent. And it's what home improvements can boost my property value without burning a hole in my wallet. The whole point is for you to put your name here and give some quick advice. If you don't know the quick advice, talk to your leadership, your ALC, your top agents, or appraisers, inspectors, whoever your professionals are to help you get that. And then add that in. Then it gives you your app. Your app lives, if you're looking for the link that you would have to put in there, your app link lives in consumer, and then you go to site and app, and you can see all the URLs for everything right there. You can pick which page you want. There's a red, there's more, stay in, search on. The other thing you can do is once you have that defined link, watch this. So we go to consumer, the very last one. We go to site and app settings, URLs, and then there's your app URL. Watch this. Paste it so you see what it looks like when somebody goes there. There's my little face. You can right click on any page in Chrome, create QR code, download it. Oh, watch this. Ha ha ha. Now I have a QR code in my page that people can just scan with their phone. Oops. Ta-da. And that will take you right to your personalized app. And then more pages, more pages. And you can duplicate any of the pages. So think about people in your community who are either doing great things or vendors you love to work with and may want to highlight so that you can get some cross promotion and marketing going. So maybe I want to highlight someone who opened a bakery or offer a discount. Maybe you curate a discount with landscapers, plows, sprinkler people, whoever's in your vendor database. This is the perfect way. Maybe it's duct, like everybody's dealing with home heating issues. This is the perfect opportunity to work with your vendors, your B2B relationships, and help get their information out there as well. Because what you're going to do is on your business page, I'm going to show you what it looks like to share this in a moment, but on your business page, when you post the link or you put out a Google form that says, hey, who wants first look and access to my magazine before it goes to the public, and then you secretly squirrel all their information in required fields, then whoever your vendor is in there or whoever you've mentioned, you're going to tag them in the post. So if it's Steve's Plumbing Company you're highlighting, or Lori's Wallpaper, you're going to be able to tag them, and then you ask them to also post the magazine and tag you back on their business page. Such a great way to get some cross marketing promotion and get your name out there, likes and follows from people you may not normally grab. Also, you can add it to your email signature with a link. So let's show you the link. So you don't have to upload this into any fancy marketing equipment so you're going to share this. So you're going to click share. You're going to click the project. And if you notice, there's a couple of choices. Anyone can view, anyone from KW can view, or it's private. So we're going to choose anyone can view. We're going to click it and copy it. And I'm going to show you what it looks like. Can you guys see my tabs as I'm moving through them? Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So here's what the magazine looks like to whoever clicks on the link, right? All my branding, all my info, just a quick note from you. And there's all the pages we added, right? There's that pretty property in Narragansett. Now I know how to spell it. And all the different pages we added. And doesn't it look fabulous, guys? And all you're doing is flipping out a little bit of information. If you want I or we, and then your information. And because it's in your marketing profile, you're either adding or swapping. So, and then if you hover over, remember, add those QR codes. Ta-da! And reach out to your vendors. Get them talking about this. I would never say no to free marketing. And I'm sure your communities wouldn't either. Sarah, that QR code thing, right? Bank. Here's the other thing. Those QR codes don't expire. There's a lot of websites you can get free QR codes on, but you learn the hard way that they only last a certain amount of time. Then they want you to pay for an account. So the Google one does not expire. I learned that the hard way last year.
We got a request from Mindy. If you could show them one more time you got the QR code.
Right click QR code on any Chrome. Oh, I'm not sharing my screen. Right click, Create QR code. And that's a Chrome feature. And remember, we work in Chrome. It's the safest, most reliable browser. Sorry, Safari friends. Sorry, Internet Explorer, Firefox. It really is the most secure browser. And always look at the top right to make sure you don't need an update.
She's asking, what were you right-clicking on? She didn't see it.
The entire page, anywhere on the page, anywhere on any web page. Right click, QR code comes up. I love that QR code thing. I love talking about it all the time because there's always a couple people who are like, I didn't know that. And if you know me, you know I love T-Rexes. So I love that the QR code is a T-Rex in the middle. Makes me super happy.
Hey, Brooke,
Yo,
how did you get to the place where you can type?
that is a great question. So let's go back to it. So I'm going to click on any part. Are we back in designs? You guys can see my designs?
Yes.
Okay. So I can't see well. So see at the very bottom, you can zoom in. So one of the things I do is I zoom in, you click any of these. You can either double click and play, or I like to use this typewriter function at the top. It's just easier for me.
Yeah.
And, you know, right? And you can save.
Okay.
Didn't need to do that. Right?
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Colors.
I didn't know that's what the typewriter thing was, but I should have hovered over it.
Game changer for me. I do not love playing in here only because sometimes I move things and then they don't match up, right? And it's sometimes hard to tell, am I justified? And then you publish it and you're like, that looks like garbage.
Yeah.
So I like to use the typewriter tool so I'm not moving things. There is also, though, the ability to lock things on the page. So if you've got stuff the way you like it, you don't want it to move, you can click on any of those pieces and then lock movement. That come in and move those bad boys around. I tend to do that often on any design I'm working on until I want to move something because I over design and I overplay and then I'm like, God, I should have never moved that. Yes,
Oh
people.
my God. Yep.
Internet Explorer, Mr. Howard.
Mm-hmm.
So Tom, where does the QR code save? It all depends on your settings. So on my computer, it goes right to my downloads folder. But when you choose create QR code and download, you usually are asked on PCs where you want to save it. On most browsers, it comes down to the bottom in Chrome. And the little secret squirrel trick there is hit the up arrow and show in Finder. So if you have a Mac, it's show in Finder. And if you have a PC, it'll say show in Files. And that will take you right to where it is. You can also drag and drop right from the browser as well. So if it's down here, bloop, you can drag and drop it right on. So if you downloaded something, there you go. You can pull it right in.
I didn't see it on that bottom bar. I'm okay with that now.
Okay.
Thank you.
Usually downloads, documents, desktop.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. That locking the movement, game changer, right? Game changer. So I would come into the pages, and if I don't want to screw anything up, but I want to type, come on, go. I'm just going to select everything on the page, right? I'm just going to click, drag, and I am going to lock movement, right? So then I can come in, use the typewriter, do anything I need to do. And then if you want to unlock, you just unlock movement and it will make it so that you can now drag and drop it around. But guys, don't overthink these. It's curated. I am not going to write articles. I look for canned articles sometimes. I write the articles for you guys, but I don't want to rewrite real estate articles. Let the experts do this. You look like a superstar, an absolute superstar. Add it to your, like I was saying, your email signature. So that link where we were able to view it, where we shared it, add it to your email signature and say, click here to view my latest winter magazine. And then you add the link there. You can send it. There's a smart plan. If you search the smart plan library, there's a smart plan for it. Where else can you guys put it? What do you think? Where do you guys see yourself plopping this, or what do you see yourselves doing with it? Nobody's gonna do it.
Oh, I'm doing it now.
Brooke, where is the magazine?
Sure, let me go back to that for you. Let me remember, I'm not
Sorry,
sure.
I was late getting into the meeting.
It's okay. I'm going to exit out of designs right now. So, boop-a-doop-a-doo. And that guy here. All right, so I went to designs. And I went to create a design and print. Then I believe it's under lead gen, if my memory serves me correctly. Yep, so then it's under lead gen. It may be collapsed, so you just hit that down arrow. Personally branded zine, and then it's build and elevate in 2022. Just click that use button on the top right.
Okay, thank you.
No prob.
Now, once you're finished, right, this goes back into your design library?
Yep, so let's get out of here so you can see what it looks like. So now, when I come back to designs, right?
Yep.
So let's go home, designs. It's right here. So you can either click on it, or hit the meatballs, rename it, make a copy, delete it. But if you click on it, then you can get right back into editing. Edit it, making changes.
If you wanted to share that, can you share this as a link?
You can, so that's what that share button is for once you're done.
Yep.
But with anything where there is copy, I would always say ship it off to someone to proofread for you real quick to make sure you didn't miss any fields that say agent name here, brokerage here.
Yep.
When you're ready.
So
Click.
say share. I'm
Yep.
just wondering if there's a link, like for instance, if you had a Facebook ad that you were running, and at the bottom of the ad, you could say, click here to see my quarterly magazine.
You could.
Okay.
Yep. Or you could just redirect them to that after. Like you don't even tell them to do it. It's just once they submit their info, the redirect could be to the magazine.
That's true too. Okay.
Yep. So I'm going to click share.
Yep.
I'm going to come over to the project.
Yeah.
Make sure anyone can view is in purple, or it may be a tealish looking on your computers.
Yep.
And here's the link I'm going to copy and paste.
Perfect.
And then you've got that gorgeous. Yep.
Excellent.
This is a live link. So if you make changes, notice this at the top, like 6NO, okay, blah, 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 blah.
Yep.
It stays to that. So if you make changes, you have to update the link. It is not going to make changes. So that's why I always say, put extra eyeballs on it.
Gotcha.
Right? Like when I worked in marketing department and we did a lot of heavy copy, 3 signatures were required for something to go to press or for press releases. Let me tell you, my boss bypassed that one day and the word public was misspelled. I'm going to let you guess on what was left out of the word for the Catholic credit union I worked for on a press release on their 100-year anniversary and celebration. But there were no signatures on it. That has stuck with me since I was 23 years old. Have extra eyes. I made a mistake in an email today. I looked at the word possible. It didn't come up on my spell check for some reason. And then I copied and pasted it somewhere else. And I was like, well, I spelled possible wrong. So have somebody put extra eyes on it because we see the mistakes sometimes as the right things, or maybe you miss something. So always have an extra set of eyes on it. Any other questions, guys?
Joyce, did Brooke answer your question? Joyce had asked where are the best places to share.
So I like to info gather, right? It's great to give, but man, is it great to get back. So we all know I love Google Forms. I would play with a Google form and ask people if they want to be on your magazine released list, right? One way to gather all the information. And you say, okay, here are the required fields. I need your first name, last name, email, cell phone. And then you just do one toggle switch that says, by filling out and submitting this information, I agree to be contacted by Steve. Ta-da! Now you have gained permission to market to them. And you release it to that list of people. You put them in command. You tag them with magazine release. And you get it out to those people first. And then 2 days later, you schedule a post to go out.
Brooke, is there a way that you can like quickly show us how to do that Google form?
I don't have time today, but what I will do is I will get the recording up in is everybody in the growth call or Ignite and growth? I will put the link to the growth call in the growth call Facebook to the last time we did it. I might have to dig a little bit, but if not, I will make sure that Google Forms and how I like to set them up is in an upcoming class. Let me pull up the list. You know what? We were going to do Q&A next week. How about we make it Google Forms?
That would be great. Thank you.
You're welcome. Next week is 210, right? Yep. Wow. The week is. Oh, actually, there is no class next week because we have trained the presenter. I'll see if somebody can teach that for us. And if not, I'll record something that can be played. Or if one of the MCTTs is not going to train the presenter. Is anybody here going to train the presenter with Zach? I'll see you there. Joyce, I'll see you there. Awesome. And that will be me at Westford with you guys. So looking forward to it. I'll get that information out about Google and then calling. If you send me an email, I do have some quick how-to sheets on it that I can give you the info on, but you get access to Google Forms through your KW. It's so good. So if you guys have any more questions about the magazine, let Steve or I know right now. We'll give you a few minutes. Any other places you think it would work what about physically printing? How many of you think you would send a couple of these to a printer? Print 25 of them, send them to your A+ clients. Work with local print houses, or your market center may even have a marketing department that can provide that. I love seeing it in your email signatures. Put it above your name though. Right? Because everybody ignores signatures. And don't use a link shortener behind it. So things like bit.ly, tiny URLs, spam filters like to pick up on those and push your emails to spam. So just use the real link behind it because you're going to write, click here to view my latest edition. And then you're going to put the link behind it. You're going to highlight it all, hyperlink, and put the link in. How many of you are going to Family Reunion Live? Anybody? I'll be there too. I can't wait to see you. Did you guys know there's a Top Golf event? Did you register? Check your email. It says Top Golf. Free food. Like, right? Free food. I can't wait. The other thing is, here's my Family Reunion favorites. These are things I travel with to any KW event anytime. Or conferences. I've been doing conferences a long time, and these are my must-haves. If you're going to be there in person, dress in layers. It is freezing, or it's boiling. There is no in between, so you will freeze. Wear comfy shoes. Look for me at the command booths. I'm going to be working Family Reunion at the different tables and booths, and try to find me if you're watching digitally. I'll be on some of the things. Recording, yes, Paula. So within 24 to 48 hours, YouTube is kind enough to suck this recording into the interwebs and publish it for you guys. Sometimes it's 24, sometimes it's 48. All depends on how fast the internet's running. So, yes, you can watch it then. I don't rewatch it. I hate my voice. All right, guys, so I'll see you soon on some of the calls. We'll work on getting a Google Forms class together for you guys, and we'll see you soon. I can't wait to see your magazines. If you make them, send them to me. Send me a link so I can see them. Or if you need me to be a guest person in your magazine. Saying. I won't even give you my cross-eyed picture one. Like, I'll give you a real photo.
We already saved that picture.
You know, can't be too serious. All right, guys, go be great. We'll talk soon.